So, are you ready for another dose of PvZ madness? If yes, then I greet you, you've definitely come to the right place. If you like my content, then support me with a like, or better yet, subscribe to the channel. Now we can start checking myths, bugs and different unusual situations in Plants vs Zombies 2. I'll start with a short but very interesting and even useful plot. In general, no one will argue with the fact that Ice Cabbage can't blow zombie pedestrians off the lawn, it only blows away flying dead guys. Gargantua is even more impossible for it, you can only push it back. It's also a known fact that Cauliflower doesn't throw Gak off the lawn with its ult either, it just tosses him a few times and pushes him back. Now here's the crazy madness, it turns out that after Cauliflower's ult on Gak, he can now be easily killed by Ice Cabbage. Apparently some unknown Cabbage connection kicks in and the two Cabbage kill Gak in tandem. I think that's a great start to the video. And one more life hack. We all know that superfan-imps explode after you kick in the ass from all stars. They can also explode on their own after reaching the third square of the field if you count from the left. Here is a life hack. If there is a Mangold in the place where this short is land, the explosion won't happen. Check. The bottom two imps didn't reach the Mangold reach and therefore exploded, but the top three imps hit the Guardian leaves and flew back without actually detonating. But they will have another try now, when they reach the third vertical row of cells on their own. They are almost there now, watching closely. The superfans were ready to detonate, but they were thrown back again and again. The explosion didn't happen. All in all, it's a 100% life hack, and here I have a surprise for you. In addition to myth checking, this video is not without PvZ madness. It turns out that sometimes there is a bug in the superfans and Mangold situation. Apparently, the game perceives some discarded imps as having exploded, although in fact the detonation has not had time to happen. This causes these characters to become intangible to plants. They are not discarded by Mangold, although it tries very hard to do so. Peas and other projectiles don't hit them, but the superfans themselves eat plants and moreover, when they reach the detonation point, they explode. This bug often works, so be careful with Mangold when superfans are flying. How long has it been since we have had a question with the roller lady? This time she's solved by the pirate ship, where we are going to test if we can kick out zombies in Rainbow Aura with the Citron ult and if they can be dropped off the planks into the sea, creating a small gap between the pirates and the lady for the Citron to land, preparing to feed. Both pirates flew away like fluff. The aura didn't help them, it's like the stone trap from Lost City. What about throwing them into the sea? Testing the ability for coins first. No problem, they just flew away. But maybe they can't be dropped with plants? I use a springy bob and this handsome fellow also easily read the breach of zombies. Moving on to the next story. It consists of a funny animation of Grimrose, who is about to pull the zombies away, but the zombies will be blown away by the cabbage at that moment. It turns out to be such a funny chase of Grimrose after the zombie. At the end he gets dragged on the ground by the plant. With the monkey I think it looks a little more fun, you can even blow it off a couple times, but the end result is the same. But if you add Levitator, I was ashamed to learn for the first time that this plant kills monkeys with its ult. Please tell me you didn't know either, otherwise it's a shame for me. But a regular zombie is not killed by Levitator, and so my idea of saving the enemy from Primrose works in this case, and even more than once, so I deserve a thank you from this zombie. And from you, I hope I've earned a like. But this is not the end of the video, I had to fast as waiting for a zombie in flight. We will be flipping the zombie that Citron is ulting into. Yes, once again we have Citron in the lead. I don't know if you have noticed or not, but All-Star has changed the direction of the fall in a very funny way now. Let's take a look at this in slow motion. It's important to drop boy and set on time. In this case I was a little late and so the zombie almost made it off the screen, but still went down. For clarity I will do the same thing on 5 more zombies. The one in the center will fly away as usual, but the other 4 will have to repeat the fate of the very first All-Star. I think it's a very funny madness, I'm ready to rewatch it over and over again. Poor zombies, I don't even let them fly away in peace, but on the other hand I bring them back closer to the ground where they deserve to be. And that's not all for today. I also wanted to change direction of the cauliflower beam. I thought that if this plant fight and the beam flew in a straight line and then I tossed the target with Levitator, the beam would somehow wildly change the angle of attack, but instead it went off course altogether and frantically started throwing itself under the zombie, waiting for it to land. We have seen this kind of throwing in different situations many times before, so here's another way to create it. Moving on. Here we have a zombie that we are going to enlighten with Sage, but we are not just going to enlighten him, we are going to do it in flight. I've already done this once with Prospector, but in the case of the zombie that flies up from Levitator and is enlightened by Sage ult, it looks much more interesting. Zombie Buddhist appears in a completely different lane. True, it's not clear if it's his image or if it's his physical form is also there. To check this, I decided to take Medusa. Everyone remembers that when Medusa and enlightened zombie meet, Medusa starts creating a stone factory. Now, if I release 2 Medusas on 2 paths, which one will then turn that Buddhist into stone? Place your bets. The answer is none. Yeah, it's funny, but apparently something breaks in the zombie when tossed by the Levitator and the enlightened zombie gets some kind of defective one. What a surprise. Anyway, another Pussy Madness from Levitator. Hope you enjoyed it, and we have one last story for today. On the screen now is level 10 Gargantua. I specially prescribed this level to make him stronger. Now he will be attacked by a blueberry cloud and he will find out a funny thing. It turns out that during the cloud's attack on the zombie, almost all other plants are ineffective. The Crocus trick doesn't teleport, Hypnosis doesn't work and Hazel doesn't attack either. Magic Shot turns Imp into a mushroom, but the second Hazel stands with a charge and is inactive. Rue Barbarian is inactive as well, which can't be killed by Gug himself. This is a stalemate situation, but the Gug can be frozen at this point, but the teleportator mine explodes idly. You can check a lot of things here, but I'll leave it for other videos. That's all for today. Don't forget to give me a like if you like the video, you can give me a dislike, I won't take offense. I have absolute democracy on my channel. Good luck everyone and see you in the next video, bye!